I think we're supposed to wait in here.
But for what?
Would you really like me to answer that question, child?
I'm not a child, Doctor.
My apologies.
Sorry, I'm just...
Being afraid will keep you alive.
I was sort of hoping you'd do that.
I'll try my utmost.
Where are we?
I'm not entirely sure. I can't see a great deal, can you?
It's too dark.
There's something here. Feels like a computer terminal? And quite a complex one at that. I wish I could see something that would make this easier. Right, this leads over this way. To this. A control bank?
But it can't be.
Why ever not?
We're in Stalin's Russia.
Yes, we are. But you're from the 21st century, and I don't even belong on this planet.
Fair point.
Though you are right. This can't be here. It's alien technology. I can feel the hum.
I can't feel anything.
My senses are much more adapted than yours. Here, press your hand here.
Where? I can't see anything.
Oh, yes. Some light would be greatly appreciated. No. No! No!
What is it?
A Cyberman!
You belong to us. You shall be like us.
What is that thing? Is it a robot?
Something much worse than that. It's a man. A man in a metal casing.
We are the future.
It's a monstrosity.
Get away from us! We've got to get out of here!
I know.
Escape is impossible. You will become as we are.
I don't think so. If I've learnt anything over these centuries travelling, it's when to stand up and fight. You will not convert us, no sir.
Can we run instead of talk with that thing?
And where precisely would you suggest we run to, my dear? That thing, as you so aptly put it, is between us and the only exit.
So you're going to chat your way out of this?
Got a better plan then, do you? What are you doing here, Cyberman?
Your question is irrelevant.
I beg to differ. How did you get here? I demand to know.
Your question is irrelevant.
It doesn't seem to want to play ball.
You will answer my questions.
That thing is strong. It can't be human in there.
It isn't, but it was. Whoever it was has been converted, upgraded to become that.
All metal and tubes? There's nothing left. Only that teardrop by their eyes.
I've always wondered about that. Some last vestige of what they were that can't help but weep for what they've become.
Resistance is futile.
Well, resistance is painful. You've got quite a throwing arm there.
It's coming!
Do you trust me?
What? Yes? I don't know.
All right, we surrender.
What?
Try and buy us some time. I might have a plan.
Might? Only might?
But first, I want to know what it is you're going to do to me. What's this process like? Is it like donating your body to science? I've been approached about that before, never taken my fancy.
Help!
Put her down!
Help! What is this thing? No, you can't put me in that!
Are you not listening to me? I told you to put her down!
Subject in place. Conversion process to begin.
Doctor, get me out of this thing!
Oh, no you don't! I won't let you hurt one of my friends!
You cannot free her. This human female will become a Cyberman.
No chance! Oh! Oh!
Doctor!
Will you stop it? Once was more than enough. Promise me you won't throw me around again? No? Oh, well, it hardly matters. See, you didn't think this through. This bank of computers looks very, very important. It would be a shame if I were to damage them. Dorothy, my child, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, I appreciate that you're grateful, but collapsing into me isn't helping. You're heavier than you look. Well, we're hardly going to make a quick getaway with me dragging you around. Oh, if I had some water, I'd use that. Sorry. Wakey, wakey!
What's going on?
We're safe. For now.
Good.
By now, I mean a few seconds. We need to move. Can you walk?
I feel...
Dazed? Confused? Out of sorts? I can imagine. I stopped the process before any lasting damage was done. The worst that can have happened is a bad headache. Nothing that some exercise won't solve.
Running?
Running indeed.
That's your plan. We run.
Find somewhere to contemplate our next move, one step at a time.
Right. Come on, TARDIS. I'm going to need your help. Can you give me a better look at that hole? Zoom in. That's it. Wow, it'd be impressive if it wasn't so dangerous. Beautiful, don't you think?
The swirly thing or this place?
Whichever catches your eye.
What, easy?
The hole in time or the ship that travels through it?
I've seen it all now.
Look, it's getting bigger.
That's bad, right?
On a scale of 1 to universal destruction, it's even worse. The question is how localized this is, whether any further damage has been done to the time vortex.
In case anyone falls through?
Well, yes and no. People will keep falling through, and that's bad, but I'm concerned about the extent of the degeneration.
Worse than people falling through time.
That hole is massive. As it gets much bigger, it'll be able to swallow whole cities.
Ah.
Well, that's the minor effects. I'd be worried about a complete collapse of the time vortex.
What does that mean?
History will fall in on itself. There wouldn't be any difference between the past and the future. Yesterday and tomorrow would collide, and today would never exist. And don't think I haven't noticed you playing with the controls. This is a sophisticated ship. Press the wrong button and anything could happen.
But how is it this big? That box was so small!
Explaining it won't help. Treat it like a magic trick.
Are you a magician then?
That's one way of putting it. I know a few tricks. Like this.
What have you done?
Don't try that yourself, though. I wanted to see the greater impacts in the vortex, taking a step back to look at the bigger picture. And I don't like it. You see those holes?
Yeah.
There are far too many of them. The vortex can't patch itself up as fast as they're getting ripped open, like your body. It can heal itself, but it takes time. A few minor grazes and you can cope, but if you get shot 5 times, you tend to struggle.
And that's what's happened here?
To all of time itself. Whoever is doing this can understand the consequences. If more holes are ripped through the vortex, it'll collapse and the entire course of history will cease to exist. That's off the scale bad.
Two humans have evaded conversion, confirmed their identities. Who were they? Unknown. Their knowledge surpasses human capability. The human male utilized technology beyond what was expected from this period to attack cyber equipment, scan population. The humans could pose a greater threat. Conversion will continue at an increased rate.
Information on the human male has been located in the mind of human-designated Soyen.
Override XHE3L2SW. Access the relevant memories. More information is required.
It remembers an inquisitive nature, overbearing nosiness, an unfashionable hat.
Filter for importance.
It remembers intellect, overwhelming intellect, more than the old body should have, cunning and daring, friendship, camaraderie.
This is not useful. Cease report.
He was called the Doctor.
Doctor. He is known to the Cybermen. He will be dealt with. This female knows the one that escaped.
What is this place? What are you?
Do you recognize this female?
That Georgie.
Who is she?
I don't know. We worked together. I barely knew her, I swear.
This is unimportant. Focus shall remain on the Doctor. He must not be allowed to interfere. Locate Georgie and have her converted.
What about me?
You will also be converted. You will become like us.
Remind me why we aren't just running away right now.
Because we're already inside.
Yeah, so this would be the logical time to make our getaway.
Why? This is our chance to investigate.
Investigate? What good can we do?
We can make all the difference.
Fine, all right. I'll stick with you. You're the only person who seems to know what's going on.
Thank you. Make yourself useful.
Some of this stuff looks familiar. How is that possible? How can I recognize alien technology?
What do you do?
I work in manufacturing, construction. Mostly from the business side, but I've got a bit of practical knowledge.
There you are. Most technologies develop in similar ways. You recognize this because it's a couple of steps further along from what you have.
Like this circuit here, I can follow, mostly, I think. But then when it moves along here, that goes a bit beyond me, I'm afraid.
That's all right. I can take it from here.
What is it? It almost looks like...
Almost like... what?
Well, I'm no expert. I only did biology A-level, but they look like axons to me.
Axons? What do you know about axons?
They're nerve fibers carrying electronic impulses, the transmission lines of the nervous system. They deal with sensors, don't they?
Oh, yes, those axons. You're mostly right.
So what are they doing in circuit form?
That thing you're looking at is a nasty piece of technology that the Cybermen would be rather proud to have developed, were they able to feel pride.
What do you mean?
This is the central bank for their emotional inhibitors. It prevents them from feeling.
That's horrible.
Yes, they are.
If we destroyed this...
Every Cyberman here would start to revert to their human mindset. They'd remember who they were, start to feel again.
That's good. We should do it.
And what would you feel? Trapped in your metal body. Everything about who you were is gone. You're nothing more than a brain in a robotic suit.
Horrified. I'd feel horrified.
I couldn't do that to them. Not if there were another way. Any other way.
We could bring them back to life, but it would be a fate worse than death.
Maybe we should stop touching it.
Right, yes.
Now, this is more interesting.
What is?
Look at this bank of computers. The whole larger system.
It doesn't look good.
It answers a lot of questions I've got.
About what?
About how you got here, Georgie.
Is this time technology?
A primitive form, yes. Clearly the Cybermen have been looking for a way to travel through time. We're relatively early in their history then, but they aren't having much luck.
Seems relatively successful to me. They got me here, after all.
Instead of a secure, definitive way of traversing a vortex, like my ship does, all they have is a time cannon.
A time cannon.
Well, that's the best term I could think of, off the top of my head.
Time cannon.
They're aiming in a phenomenally vague way and firing their capsules at the time vortex. Yes, it works, but it is primitive beyond belief. They're smashing their way through time. How unforgivable.
So they've broken in effectively.
That's one way of putting it, yes. Forcing themselves upon the vortex.
That is terrible. How could they be so callous?
You're the only one who can answer that.
Me? Why?
You tried to secure your safety by offering me information about the future. You could have changed the course of history.
No, that's different.
You could have done untold damage to everything, Georgie.
I didn't realize.
I know. I'm sorry for being so harsh.
You're right, though.
I didn't need to put it like that.
I was only thinking of myself.
What the Cybermen are doing is much worse. At least you've seen the error of your ways.
If there's anything I can do...
I don't want you offering because you feel bad.
I have to help. I'm not just going to stand here and ask questions. I want to do something. I'm more than capable.
I hardly know you, and I haven't even decided if I can trust you yet. But, very well. Let's stop the Cybermen.
What can we do? We can do something, can't we?
There's always something you can do. If my time with the doctor has taught me anything, it's that.
So what?
I might have a solution.
That's amazing! Why don't you seem happy about it?
It's remarkably dangerous. Well, nothing new there. You should stay here.
No chance. You need me. You need my help.
I do I? What makes you think that?
I'm involved, Antoine. Just as much as you are. I can't let you go and do this on your own.
You want to travel in the TARDIS, don't you?
You're questioning my sense of loyalty and honor.
Ask Chance Saloon. If you come with me, I can't promise anything.
The doors are shut. I'm staying.
Since you put it like that. Hold on tight. This is going to be a bumpy ride.
Where are we going?
Into the unknown, through the hole.
Is that safe?
Do you want the real answer or the one you want to hear?
The second one.
Not even vaguely.
So, what's the truth?
It's been nice knowing you.
was not what I was expecting.
It never is. Every journey is different.
So where are we?
Russia again.
So, we haven't moved.
Geographically, only a few miles. Temporally, a couple of years.
How many?
Welcome to 2451.
Looks nice.
500 years in your future, and that's all you've got to say? Where was the "but we haven't gone anywhere, stop mucking about"? I was looking forward to that.
You tell me we've traveled through time. I can accept that.
Impressive.
My friend was killed by some metal molting. There's a massive multicolored hole in the skin, and this room is in a tiny box. I don't think it's much to ask to believe that time travel is possible.
True.
This ship has convinced me that anything is possible.
It is. Especially when you have a time and space machine.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
Anything that looks wrong.
But what would that look like? I don't know what's supposed to look right.
Good point.
It all looks... Is this what the future is like?
This tiny corner, yes. Exciting or terrifying?
Both.
But it seems to be fine. Nothing visibly wrong. Curious. I wonder why we've come here. Spoke too soon.
That hole! It's followed us!
Well, more like that's the other end of the tunnel.
But how? How did we come out before it opened?
Time travel. We must have jumped about a minute behind it.
What do we do now?
Close it.
Look, over there! That person. They haven't seen it.
Too caught up in their communications device thing. Hey! Hey you!
It's got them! What do we do? How do we save them?
We can't. They're already falling through time. There's nothing more we can do for them. We just have to make sure it happens to nobody else.
But they can't do anything bad. I'm from the future and I've never heard of them.
Time can be rewritten. Do you know what the best way to change the future is?
No?
Do it from the past. Cybermen could take over the world now and the future of humanity would change.
What? I'd cease to exist?
Quite possibly.
Another room full of them.
This is not good at all. How many floors have we explored? Too many. They must have a small army ready up here, all tucked away in stasis pods waiting to be activated.
Some of them are empty.
Ready for more people to be converted.
These things are huge. Look how much bigger this stasis pod thing is than me.
Were you about to get into one?
Yeah, I just wanted to...
I don't care why.
Sorry.
These things could potentially convert you, I don't know. What would have been the point in escaping if you had simply given yourself back to them, eh?
I said I'm sorry.
What was that?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
There's a cybermat running about. It must have spotted us.
And now it's waking its friends up. Run! There's one at the door! We're trapped!
They're everywhere.
Time for plan B.
We seriously can't do anything for them?
Well, we could. We could track them through time, locate them, pick them up, and bring them back.
So why don't we?
You're smart. Figure it out.
Because it would take time. More people would get sucked through.
Precisely. We'll spend all of eternity saving everyone individually, and before we know it, it'll be too late. We're not going to treat the symptoms, we're treating the disease.
Right. You've got a plan.
I do indeed. We're going to plug the hole.
Ah! It's a bucket full of water.
What?
You have a bucket full of water with a hole in the bottom. You don't try to catch the water as it comes out. You plug the hole and stop it coming out.
That's it. But it isn't quite as simple as a bucket of water. This is all of time itself.
Same problem, different scale.
I like your attitude. So we stop the hole from this end so nobody else falls through time. Hooray! Then we go deactivate whatever is causing the trouble in the first place.
We saved the day.
Hopefully. In theory, and I mean in theory, the vortex should be able to knit itself back together again. It's clever like that. We just have to give it a helping hand to make sure no further damage is done.
Like a body and we're the surgeons. Thanks.
For what?
For explaining. This is still a bit crazy, you know.
Don't worry, I'm explaining things for my benefit as much as yours. Well, I think this'll work. The doctor would know. Oh well. Fyodor, go through that door there. Take the third right and you'll find the storage cupboard. Number 8, I think. Fetch 2 harnesses for us.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I can make a start on charging you. Oh, Doctor, you better not be off getting yourself killed. I need you alive.
How big is this place?
Endless.
That isn't possible.
Attach them to the console. We're going to need them. Put this outside for me?
What are those things you've got?
They're beacons, conduits for energy. I'm charging them with energy from the console so that they're bursting with localized particles. We'll move our way around the hole, putting these beacons out there. And this one outside now?
Okay.
We've got 5 beacons that we're going to put equally around the hole. Then we'll hop into the middle.
Into the hole again?
Not quite.
This one?
Thanks.
So, then what?
Above the hole. We'll then activate the beacons and it's all sorted. It's like magnetism. The beacons replicate the energy, letting it build until it's dragged back to the source, this ship. And they should pull the hole shut. Didn't even have to ask you that time.
I'm a fast learner.
So yeah, any questions?
None that I'll understand the answers to.
And that's 5. Ready for this?
Should I get in the harness now?
Absolutely, and we're arriving at the center now. Here goes nothing.
Nothing's happening.
Give it a minute. Can you hear that? That's the energy building up. How easy was that?
Spoke too soon! Good thing we have these harnesses!
Be careful though. Oh, don't you give up!
Our technology.
You're losing your touch. The Spanish Inquisition was more effective than this.
You are not human.
And neither are you.
Let us go!
Why are you assisting these humans?
You know who I am. I'm the Doctor.
You are known to us. Why are you assisting these humans?
Isn't it obvious?
Answer the question.
We're from the future! We just want to get home!
How are you able to accomplish this?
He's got a time machine! Please don't hurt us anymore! Please!
Georgie, shush!
The Doctor has a time machine. Verify.
Stop probing my mind!
Verification attained. Engage vortex scan. Locate this time vessel.
I'm sorry!
Yeah, you won't find it. It's impossible. I landed my ship hours ago. You won't find it drifting through the vortex. It's always amateur hour dealing with your lot.
Time vessel located.
What?
But you said...
Scans match the images in your mind.
Fine. Call my bluff. But I'm the only one that can pilot this ship. That is a promise. Clearly my defense system has been activated. I did leave it on after all. If the ship is attacked or put in any danger, it moves into a safer place. That's what has prompted this brief voyage. It will be back soon.
Locate!
You meant it.
Of course I did.
But how do we get it back? Do you send it a signal, or...?
If it really was the hostile action displacement system, then it would land automatically.
What do you mean, if it was?
I've been having some trouble with it lately. The occasional malfunction after I last used it, so I deactivated it.
Don't tell me someone has stolen your machine. That's the last thing I need.
This isn't all about you, my dear. That ship is my home. No, don't worry. It hasn't been stolen. It can't be.
Then what?
Must have been my companion, Antoine. But how did he...
So he can come and save us.
Oh, that impetuous fool. What have you done? No, Georgie, he won't. At least, I sincerely hope he doesn't. I'd be a lot happier knowing my friend can keep himself away from the clutches of the Cybermen.
So we have to save ourselves.
Easy as pie.
Still here. Good. And the TARDIS is in one piece. Mostly. Looks like it worked. Maybe we'll leave the celebrations for a bit. Fyodor, are you alright? He's alive. Thank you. Right, we're on our way back to you, Doctor. I wonder what you've been up to.
Oh.
Morning, Sleeping Beauty. We made it.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow, it's a mess in here.
Might have to clean up before the Doctor gets back.
Those harnesses didn't help as much.
Be grateful we aren't splattered against the ceiling. I'm going to get a brush.
Antoine, the future. That place you showed me.
What about it?
What's it like, really? To live there?
I can't tell you that. You understand.
Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have asked.
It's only natural.
And
I don't know anything about what happens to you. Hopefully good things.
Hopefully.
We're nearly back.
This place, though. I can't believe I've been to the future.
I wouldn't tell anyone if I was her.
Maybe you're right. I'm glad, though. Thank you for taking me. It looked so much better than my time. I'm glad things get better.
Things always get better.
If that's what's coming, I don't need to know anything else.
Most of the repairs seem to have been done. Very efficient. Well done. Right then, back to where we started, if you please.
Whoa! What's happening? Not these again!
Those idiots! They punched another hole through the vortex. Looks like they were aiming for us.
Head boss!
I'm trying. We're falling through.
It really is the TARDIS.
That's it? An old police box? Forgive me, but that's kind of rubbish. Where's the cool spaceship?
Inside. Antoine! Don't you dare come out of the ship under any circumstances!
You want a future? Your TARDIS is now in our control.
At least we weren't knocked out this time.
I wonder where we are.
It's a dark room.
Quite a lot of technology. Rather advanced, too.
Look! They've got two people in those cubicle things.
Antoine! Don't you dare come out of the ship under any circumstances!
That's Oswald. That's the Doctor, the owner of this ship.
So if that's the man, I wonder who that girl is.
Wait, it can't be. It's her. I'm sure of it. That's Georgie.
You will help us.
Help you? You must be joking. Oh, wait. You don't even understand humor, do you? Well, I won't help you, Cyberman. I won't ever help you.
Your refusal is noted. Take his companion.
Not me!
You metal moron! She isn't my companion. I've only just met her.
Now's the time to abandon me. Thanks.
This is irrelevant information. She is to be converted.
No! I can't become one of you.
Fine. Stop this. Don't harm her.
Why?
She is my friend.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's difficult not talking in emotional terms. She is my ally.
You say the nicest things.
By terms and conditions. I'll help you so long as you don't hurt her.
This is understood.
And then you leave this place. These humans have done nothing to you. This stops.
Understood.
What are you doing?
These are those conversion machines, aren't they?
I told you I would help.
That was understood.
You accepted my terms.
Incorrect. Your terms were understood, yet never agreed upon.
Trumped by a technicality. I hate Cybermen so caught up in logic.
You have already betrayed me, Cyberman. You attempted to deceive us, resulting in the destruction of one cyber unit.
They're not happy we got away the first time. We killed one of their own. They want revenge.
They want something a lot more than revenge, Georgie.
You are not to be trusted.
I'll take that as a compliment coming from you.
It has been calculated that the best way to gain control over a craft is to convert the pilot. Do you dispute this logic?
It makes a twisted sort of sense, perhaps.
It has been calculated that the best way to gain control of a time machine is to convert you. Do you dispute this logic?
Oh, yes, vehemently.
How?
I won't do it.
When converted, you will follow our orders.
I won't be converted.
Incorrect. Engage systems. Conversion will not fail.
Hey! You don't need me. You can let me go.
Incorrect. You will be converted also. Further recruits for our cyber army are required.
No!
Monsters! You abominations!
You were warned. You shall be like us. Activate conversion.